Have you ever seen a car that looks like it's breaking the sound barrier while standing still? Spotted prowling the streets of Tokyo, this machine is a flash of angular fury. Its impossibly low and wide stance and aggressive Y-shaped headlights scream performance. Was this a limited-run special edition, or are we looking at the future of a legendary brand? What you're looking at is the next chapter in a legendary bloodline. This is the Lamborghini Revuelto. Unveiled in 2023, to succeed the mighty Aventador, this car represents a monumental shift for the brand. For an audience that grew up with the purely mechanical fury of the Countach and Diablo, the Revuelto is a shock to the system. It's Lamborghini's first ever plug-in hybrid supercar. It combines a monstrous new, naturally aspirated V12 engine with 3 electric motors to create an astonishing 1,015 horsepower. While its wild design is pure Lamborghini tradition, its hybrid heart is a powerful statement for a new era, proving that even the most extreme performance can evolve with the times without losing its soul. This isn't just a new car, it's a bridge between the roaring past and the electric future. What happens when a car with no familiar badges looks this confident? Seen gliding through historic Prague, this sleek, modern SUV commands attention with its clean design and a full-width light bar, signatures of a premium EV. Was this a new European luxury contender, a bold American EV, or something else entirely? Well, the internet detectives figured it out. This is a Lixiang L7 or L9, a fascinating vehicle from a newer Chinese automaker, Li Auto. For those who remember the early days of hybrids, this car's technology is particularly interesting. It's a range extender EV, meaning a small gasoline engine acts as a generator to charge the batteries, but it never directly drives the wheels. This concept, famously tried by GM with the Chevrolet Volt, offers the smooth, instant torque of an electric car without the range anxiety. A perfect solution for long journeys. Founded only in 2015, Lixiang has rapidly become a major player in the premium SUV market by perfecting this best-of-both-worlds approach, challenging established luxury brands with innovative tech and clean, minimalist design that looks at home anywhere in the world. What in the world is this machine? It's unmistakably a classic Porsche 911, but that thick metallic roll hoop and removable roof panel create a unique profile. It's not a coupe, nor a full convertible. What was the purpose of this distinctive design, and from which specific era does it come? This incredible machine is the iconic Porsche 911 Targa, specifically from the 1972-1973 model years. Its unique design was a brilliant innovation born directly out of safety concerns from the American market. In the late 1960s, there was a widespread fear that upcoming U.S. regulations would effectively ban traditional convertibles. Porsche's ingenious solution was the Targa Top, named after the legendary Targa Florio road race. This design provided the open-air freedom of a convertible with the added safety and structural rigidity of a built-in roll bar. It was a masterful piece of engineering that not only satisfied safety standards, but also created a new, enduring style. The Targa has since become a beloved and permanent part of the 911's heritage, representing a moment when clever problem-solving led to timeless design. Have you ever seen anything quite like this? Spotted in Indianapolis, it has the silhouette of a minivan but with a strangely futuristic and almost bizarre design. The single arched roofline and unconventional windows are truly unique. Was this a failed experiment or a forgotten concept car that somehow made it to production? This is the second-generation Nissan Quest, sold between 2001 and 2002. For anyone who remembers the bland, boxy minivans of the 90s, the Quest was a radical departure. It was a product of Nissan's audacious design era under CEO Carlos Ghosn, who encouraged his teams to take bold risks. Penned in their California studio, the Quest was a deliberate attempt to break the boring minivan mold with an avant-garde, spaceship-like design. It featured 4 sliding doors and a futuristic, centralized instrument panel. However, this daring gamble was perhaps too bold for the conservative family vehicle market. Its polarizing looks and quirky interior meant it never sold in huge numbers, making it a rare and fascinating sight today, a rolling testament to a time when a major automaker dared to be different. What happens when a car company dares to dream? This sleek, elegant coupe has the flowing lines and subtle tail fins of a classic Italian GT car from the 1960s, a true work of art. It has hints of Italian design, but the details don't quite match any known model. So what are we really looking at here? This gorgeous car is the legendary Volvo 1800E. While it looks like it was born in Turin and was indeed designed by a Swede working at an Italian design house, this car's true legacy is its incredible durability. It became world famous in the 1960s as the effortlessly cool vehicle driven by Roger Moore's character in the hit TV series The Saint, cementing its image as both stylish and sophisticated. But its greatest claim to fame came from a real-life owner, an American named Irv Gordon. He drove his 1966 1800S for over 3.2 million miles, earning it a Guinness World Record for the highest mileage vehicle. The Volvo 1800 proved to the world that beautiful, head-turning design and legendary million-mile reliability could absolutely go hand in hand. What in the world is this machine? This charming little car, with its rounded shape, split front windscreen and friendly face, looks like it drove straight out of a classic British film from the 1950s. How could a car with such a unique design be almost completely forgotten by history? This is the beloved Morris Minor 1000, one of the most important cars in British automotive history. For many in post-war Britain, this was the car that put the nation on wheels, the equivalent of the VW Beetle for Germany or the Fiat 500 for Italy. Designed by the legendary Sir Alec Isagonis, the same man who would later create the Mini, the Minor was celebrated for its surprisingly spacious interior and excellent handling for the era. It was produced for over 2 decades, from 1948 to 1971, with over 1.6 million sold in various forms, including sedans, convertibles, and even a charming wood-paneled traveler wagon. It's a true cultural icon, representing an era of optimism and practicality, and its simple, robust engineering means a surprising number of them are still on the road today. Have you ever seen anything quite like this? Spotted in New Zealand, this is a raw, aggressive sports car. It's incredibly low, with a wedge-shaped design and racing intent clear in every line. Was this a forgotten European racer, a wild one-off custom build, or something else entirely? This incredible machine is a Heron MJ, a rare kit car built in New Zealand. For those who dreamed of Le Mans racers but had a more modest budget, companies like Heron filled a vital niche in the 70s and 80s. The MJ was the brainchild of Ross Baker, designed to be a road-legal race car that a skilled enthusiast could build themselves. Its design was heavily inspired by the endurance racers of the day, particularly the Ford F3L. Typically, it was built on a custom space-frame chassis and designed to accept a variety of engines, often a V8 from a Leyland P76 or a rotary from a Mazda. It represents a golden era of grassroots motorsport and engineering passion, where a small company from the other side of the world could produce a car that looked ready to take on the world's greatest racetracks. What in the world is this machine? It's an impossibly low, aggressive, wedge-shaped creation with a massive single windshield wiper and pop-up headlights. It looks like a forgotten 70s supercar concept from a top Italian design house. Was this a forgotten prototype, a movie car, or something else entirely? This incredible machine is the Pangolina, a one-of-a-kind homemade car built in Soviet-era Russia by an engineer named Alexander Kuligin in 1980. For anyone who understands life behind the Iron Curtain, this car is nothing short of a miracle. In an era of strict conformity and extremely limited access to parts or information, building a car like this was a profound act of rebellion and ingenuity. Kuligin started with the humble mechanicals from a standard Lada, VA's 2101, but crafted this stunning, futuristic fiberglass body entirely by hand in his small workshop. The Pangolina became a symbol of individualism and technical skill in a system that often discouraged both, making it a true legend of Soviet automotive counterculture and a testament to the unstoppable drive to create. Have you ever seen anything quite like this? At first glance, it looks like a Porsche Cayman, but the massively flared wheel arches, aggressive vents, and a unique rear end suggest this is something far more extreme. Was this a rare factory special, a limited run model, or a wild one-off custom build? What you're looking at is a heavily modified Porsche Cayman from the 987 generation, featuring a custom body kit known as the R4. This isn't a factory model, but rather a passionate owner's vision brought to life. In the world of car customization, body kits allow owners to completely transform their vehicle's appearance, often taking inspiration from motorsports. This particular kit gives the normally smooth and rounded Cayman the aggressive, wide-bodied stance of a dedicated GT race car. It's a popular practice for those who love the performance and balance of a car like the Cayman, but want a visual style that stands out dramatically from the crowd, reflecting a more raw and track-focused aesthetic. It's a perfect example of how a production car can become a unique canvas for personal expression. What happens when a car company dares to dream? It's one of the most iconic shapes in automotive history, a small, minimalist, bathtub-like sports car that is pure, simple fun. But something about its perfect condition seems almost too good to be true. So what are we really looking at here? This is a replica of the legendary Porsche 356 Speedster. The original Speedsters, built from 1954 to 1958, were stripped down, lightweight versions of the 356 designed for the American market, particularly for amateur racing in California. They were an instant hit, and their raw, unfiltered driving experience made them icons of 50s cool, famously driven by stars like James Dean. Because original Speedsters are now incredibly rare and astronomically expensive, often fetching hundreds of thousands of dollars, a thriving industry for high-quality replicas emerged. These replicas allow enthusiasts to experience the timeless style and spirit of the original without the immense cost or the fear of damaging a historical artifact. They are a tribute to a golden era of motoring, keeping the dream of the Speedster alive on the road today. Have you ever seen anything quite like this? The front end is dominated by 4 distinct circular headlights, a signature of a beloved 90s sports coupe. But the aggressive body kit makes it hard to place. Was this a forgotten muscle car, a European import, or a classic from the height of the tuner era? This car is a 3rd-generation Honda Integra, also known in North America as the Acura Integra. Produced from 1993 to 2001, this model is a true icon of the 90s import tuner scene. For a generation of enthusiasts raised on The Fast and the Furious and video games like Gran Turismo, the Integra was the perfect canvas. It was lightweight, handled beautifully thanks to its sophisticated suspension, and its VTEC engine was a marvel of engineering that loved to rev high. This combination of performance and reliability made it a prime candidate for modification. The one pictured features an aggressive aftermarket body kit, a common addition during that era to mimic the look of race cars. It's a rolling piece of 90s nostalgia. What in the world is this machine? It's the absolute pinnacle of the wedge design era, impossibly low, flat, and sharp enough to look like it could cut through the air. It's a pure, dramatic supercar shape. So, what are we really looking at here? This is the legendary Lotus Esprit. For many, this car is etched into their memory from the 1977 James Bond film The Spy Who Loved Me, where it famously transformed into a submarine. That single movie cemented the Esprit's place as a cultural icon. Designed by the famed Giorgetto Giugiaro, its folded paper design was a masterpiece of 70s futurism. But it was more than just a movie star. In true Lotus fashion, it was built around the principle of simplify, then add lightness. It achieved its incredible performance not through a massive, heavy engine, but through its lightweight fiberglass body and a finely tuned chassis. The Esprit had an incredibly long production run, from 1976 all the way to 2004, evolving over time, but always retaining that iconic, jaw-dropping wedge profile. So, which car surprised you the most today? Drop your answer in the comments and share this to challenge another car lover. For more incredible automotive finds every week, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss a mystery. Keep searching the back roads.